Scarlet. Scarlet.
So guys, did you enjoy it?
Chocolate, baby. This is the secret for pre-workout.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay, but it's so close. But it was very nice.
Jesus!
Welcome to another episode of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs, the most hardcore bodybuilding supplements on the market. I'm your host, Dave Palumbo, and I'm here to bring you all the latest news in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. It's Wednesday, June 18th, 2014, and on today's show, diet and training turned everything around. Dallas sounds off on diuretics, the dark side of artificial sweeteners, bodybuilding returns to the Big Apple, Amanda Latona back on stage, and this week's Heavy Muscle Radio, one you don't want to miss. All that and much, much more only on Muscle in the Morning. NPC Junior National Women's Physique Overall Champion Rachel Loftus didn't just earn an IFBB Pro card last weekend. She achieved something far greater. For years, Loftus battled an eating disorder, and her health was deteriorating. But then she found the gym. Eating to build a physique became her new religion, and it enabled her to overcome her health issues and take back control of her life. Loftus had this to say to Muscle in the Morning, quote, "It was surreal. Words always come up short. Emotionally, it was a culmination of all these years of hard training and discipline. Congrats go out to God, her nutritionist, Shane Hewley for helping her achieve the best shape of her life, and her training partner and best friend and life partner, Brandon Little." IFBB Pro Dallas McCarver is on a soapbox about high diuretic usage among pre-contest dieting bodybuilders. The IFBB's youngest competing pro warns competitors to steer clear of gurus that recommend what he calls, quote, insane aggressive diuretic protocols. The BSN-endorsed athlete emphatically insists, quote, there are no, and I repeat, no amount of diuretics that will fix not being lean enough. Never fails, every show I go to, someone is obviously not quite in shape, but claims to be, quote, watery or whatever. These are wise words from a man who more likely than not learned this lesson the hard way. Anyone who's experienced success in the sport knows that nothing replaces hard work and sweat in the gym. There are no shortcuts to getting lean. Anyone who's ever tried to lose body fat or diet for a physique competition knows that high sugar intake is pretty much your mortal enemy when trying to get lean. Exercise and nutrition researcher Jerry Branham just published a new article in Iron Man magazine entitled Artificially Speaking, How Sweet It Isn't, where he discusses artificial sweeteners, water retention, and cortisol levels. In the article, Branham also mentions the anabolic steroid halotestin, a hardening agent used by pre-contest bodybuilders the last few weeks before a contest. Branham explains this drug was prescribed for President John F. Kennedy as part of his daily regimen to offset the cortisol-laced drugs he was forced to take because of Addison's disease, a syndrome of low adrenal output. Not that I consider myself to be in the realm of Sherlock Holmes at solving mysteries, but daily halotestin use by President Kennedy would certainly explain a lot of his extramarital inclinations. To read the entire article, check it out at ironmanmagazine.com. This Saturday, June 21st, is the NPC Bev Francis Atlantic States at the Tribeca Performing Arts Center in New York, New York. And two-time Arnold Classic champion Kai Green will be the featured guest poser. If you've never seen Kai doing his thing up on a bodybuilding stage, you must have been living under a rock or something. For those of you who have witnessed the Predator stalking the posing DS, you know that anything goes. Kai pulls out all the stops, from Phantom of the Opera masks to Michael Jackson moves to spinning on his samurai hairdo to anatomically correct Lion King costumes. Kai L. Green does it all. To purchase tickets for the NPC Atlantic States, log on to BevFrancis.com or call 516-933-1111. Muscle and Fitness Hers cover girl and social media starlet IFBB Bikini Pro Amanda Latono will make her return to the stage this weekend at the IFBB Greater Gulf States. Latona is one of the most recognizable faces in the industry and quite possibly one of the most underutilized personalities in our business. Luke and Robin Testovich, the contest promoters, will be holding 3 pro divisions this weekend down in the Big Easy: bikini, men's, and women's physique. The 212 Mr. Olympia, James Flex Lewis, will be the special guest poser. So if you're in the New Orleans area, check out the IFBB Greater Gulf States. For more information, log on to npcggs.com. And finally, if you haven't caught this past Monday night's Heavy Muscle radio show, the replay is now available. Chris Aceto and I recap the IFBB Amateur Olympia Latin America and the 2014 NPC Junior Nationals. Also, find out what George Farah's Father Day text was all about. And was my beach most muscular pose really better than the man they call bulletproof? The replay can be heard at rxmuscle.com. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs, the most hardcore bodybuilding supplements on the market. Check out ironmaglabs.com today. And for full quotes and Muscle in the Morning bonus features, join Muscle in the Morning's official Facebook page. I'm your host, Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And remember to follow us on Twitter and Facebook.